Fantasy football fan, what's going on? This is Fantasy Football AF, and I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor today, Tavor, for hooking me up with this awesome double Indian Pale Ale craft beer. And if you guys want awesome craft beer, go to Tavor.com, sign up for free, and you're going to use promo code ChatSports for $10 off your very first purchase. Okay, the next guy that I'm absolutely in love with for this week, he's going to be the #1 running back in fantasy football. Put your money on it. It's going to be Ezekiel Elliott in week 4. Why am I so confident that Zeke is going to absolutely feast this week? Why? He's playing the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have allowed 450 rushing yards through 3 weeks. It is by far the most rushing yards any team has allowed in the NFL so far this year. And they actually looked really good against the Patriots. Imagine if the Patriots would have been able to run on these guys. The Lions, I don't think, are a good team. They're going to be traveling to Dallas, and a Dallas team that has a lot to prove. Now, I just watched the Cowboys report with Tom Downey. Sorry, Tom, screwed up your name. A little drunk. But he's telling the Cowboys to feed Zeke. Lenahan, feed Zeke. He's the #9 running back right now in fantasy football. And he has actually been, not as good as what I've been hoping for. Imagine if they absolutely just feed him 25 times against the bad Lions rush defense. I'm telling you, Ezekiel Elliott is going to be the #1 running back in fantasy football by the end of week 4. You can count on it. All right, I got this question the other day on Twitter, and I think it's a good one, right? I'm all about hype. I understand the love of certain players, but who is a better running back? I want you to type Z for Zeke or type B for Barkley. I understand the love for Saquon Barkley. I love Saquon. I was a big Penn Stater, and it's a guy that I loved watching. He was my #1 breakout running back this year. But he's not better than Ezekiel Elliott, and I'll say it right now. I think Ezekiel Elliott is still a top 2 running back in the NFL. Barkley's right up there. But who is the better running back in the NFL? Please type below. Type Z for Zeke or B for Barkley. One guy who I absolutely love this week, and he's going to be a sleeper for week 4, is Giovani Bernard. If you guys play on FanDuel or anything like that, Giovani Bernard is a guy that you need to put in your lineup. Now, I say all this. If Joe Mixon is out, you start Bernard as an RB1. That's how confident I am. Giovani Bernard will be an RB1 at the end of this week if Joe Mixon is out. So Joe Mixon is dealing with a knee injury, and the fact that Mixon could miss this game, he's going to open up the door for a guy like Bernard. Now, if Joe Mixon plays, I'm taking this off the table, okay? So week 4 against the Falcons. The Falcons have allowed 36 receptions to running backs this year. It is the most in the NFL. For you guys who are good at #math, that's 12 receptions a game. Giovani Bernard is a good pass-catching running back. Last week, 5 catches, 25 yards, then the 12 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown against a good Panthers defense. So, if you guys play on FanDuel, get Giovani Bernard. And if you guys want to challenge me on FanDuel, I'm challenging anybody out there. DM me at MitchellRenz365 if you want this, and I say all of this on FanDuel. So what I need you to do, I need you to go to FanDuel.com/chatsports. You guys are going to put $5 down. You're going to get $20 for free, okay? FanDuel.com/chatsports. DM me at MitchellRenz365 if you want to beat me, because I don't think you can. All right, I got a master debater for you guys. It's going to blow your mind. I was at the bar the other day, and some random dude came up to me and said, would you rather eat a stick of butter or snort a tablespoon of salt? Why? Why am I even getting this question? But if anybody knows anything about me, I get bloody noses way too often. Now, I don't dabble in drugs, I promise you. But for some reason, my entire life, I've gotten bloody noses. So for me, I'm throwing up a like. I'm going to eat the entire stick of butter because I can't do the salt because I'm telling you, I would get a bloody nose. So would you rather eat a stick of butter or snort a tablespoon of salt? Let me know on Master Debaters. The next one I got for you guys coming up here, it's Matt Breida. Are you going to start Matt Breida in week 4? Now, there's a lot of, we'll say, rumors going around whether or not the 49ers are going to be good or not without Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, in real life football, no. The 49ers will not be good without Jimmy Garoppolo because CJ Beathard is not a good quarterback. But Matt Breida, this is my favorite stat. Matt Breida is tied with Ezekiel Elliott for the most rushing yards in the NFL with 274. Laughable. That's laughable. And he's just going to continue to be the focal point of that offense. Why? Because they don't have anybody else. My favorite CJ Beathard stat that I've heard, in the 6 games that CJ Beathard was the quarterback last year, Carlos Hyde saw 50 targets in 6 games, which means Beathard's going to check it down. Who's he going to check it down to? Matt Breida. So even though Matt Breida and the 49ers offense might not be all that good, the dude's averaging 8.6 yards per carry. So I'm telling you, you can still trust him. Start Matt Breida in week 4. Fantasy football fam, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. And this is Tavour, right? This is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go to Tavour.com, okay? Get awesome craft beer just like this. Tavour.com. You guys are going to sign up for free. You're going to use promo code CHATSPORTS. See it right there on the screen. Promo code CHATSPORTS, and you're going to get $10 off your very first purchase. You can get double Indian Pale Ales, okay? You can get a pumpkin chocolate beer that Tom was talking about earlier. They have awesome craft beers, rare craft beers all across the country from small breweries that you can't find at stores. So Tavour.com, use promo code CHATSPORTS, and guess what? Sign up is for free. I'm hooking you guys up from Tavour. Okay, Tavour is always a start, but some of these other running backs that I want you to get into here week 4, they can also be sits. And the one guy that I've been hit on all week is, do I start David Johnson? Now, I get the Cardinals have been frustrated. Hell, I've been frustrated with the Cardinals because I think they might have a worse offensive coordinator than the Cowboys. But David Johnson's still a guy that I'm telling you to start because he's just so freaking talented, and I don't get why they're putting in Chase Edmonds on 3rd down and 4th down when the game's on line. Can't figure it out. Sit Alex Collins. For some reason, the Ravens are leaning on a guy like Giovani Buck Allen at the goal line. Start Marshawn Lynch, 3 straight games with a rushing touchdown, even though the Browns are actually been pretty good against running backs. I'm sitting Isaiah Crowell this week, and I'm going to start Drake against the Patriots. Even though Drake struggled last week, I think this is a game where they're going to have to keep up the Pats. And guess what? The Dolphins do actually play the Patriots pretty tough. Okay, guys, I got a question from you, okay? Who is your favorite running back in the NFL right now? It can be a guy on your fantasy team. It can be a guy on your real-life favorite team. I want to know, who is your favorite running back in the NFL right now? Let me take a sip from Tavour. Okay, favorite running back in the NFL right now? Please comment below. Okay, guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Fantasy Football AF. If you guys like me, I don't know, at least a little bit, or if you guys got beer goggles for me, please follow me on Twitter, @MitchellRenz365. And if you guys are going to drink beer while you're watching my show, please go to Tavour.com and sign up for free and use that promo code CHATSPORTS for $10 off your very first purchase.